Hello everyone, welcome to the Impact session. I'm Daisy Huang, Senior Product Manager at Core42. Today we are going to talk about something very close to what we build every day. The infrastructure that helps enterprise move AI from experimentation into real production in a way that is secure, sovereign, and built to scale. The G42 Intelligence Grid represents a bold ambition to make AI as foundational and accessible as electricity. Core42 plays an important role in that journey by helping enterprise make AI operational in the real world. Joining me today, there are two experts who sit right at the intersection of nation ambition and enterprise execution. First, Hanish Arora, Vice President of AI Cloud at Core42.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you for inviting me. Generally, there's no better time to be in this space. Like you mentioned, UAE has set a very bold and powerful vision. This vision is ready to be translated into reality. We have created the right infrastructure foundation to support the AI vision in the country. We have the infrastructure ready to go from experimentation to production. There are the use case libraries which are ready as well. And we are learning from experimentation that we do with our partners and the broader AI ecosystem. So genuinely excited about being here and sharing with you how the infrastructure foundation can help organizations transform through Core42 Compass.
Thank you, Hanish. And from our global ecosystem, we also have Kareem Okeili from Microsoft, Senior Partner Development Manager.
Thank you for having me, Daisy. Look, the work that we're doing with Core42 is unlike any other partnership I have seen in the region. It's a genuine meeting of global capability and local vision. And to be quite honest, I'm really quite keen on seeing how that will unpack for enterprises on the ground.
That's cool. Let me start with the architecture, because I think this is the most fundamental and very important thing at the core of the Core42 products. When we designed the AI inferencing products, which is the Core42 Compass, we actually ask very practical questions in the very beginning. What does it take for the regulated enterprise and the finance sectors or healthcare customers to move the AI from the sandbox environment to the production ready in real world? That question actually shapes three key pillars. The first pillar is sovereign security. For regulated sectors, sovereignty is not just about where the data is stored. It's also about keeping the sensitive data, model access, governance, and operation control with a trusted local environment. So organizations can adopt AI without compromising the compliance, accountability, and also the nation trust. The second pillar, future-ready architecture. AI is not moving toward one model, one cloud, or one type of infrastructure. Enterprises will need to work with different models across different cloud, silicons, and deployment environments. Compass is designed as a unified and consistent inferencing layer that absorbs that complexity. So customers can adopt new models and infrastructure options without rebuilding their application or governance approach each time. The third pillar is enterprise control and visibility. Once AI moves into the real business workflows, the questions becomes very practical. Who is using which model for what purpose and at what cost? And under which kind of control? Compass gives organizations the governance, usage visibility, and resource management that they need to scale AI responsibly, not just experiment with it. So in practice, that means a stronger path from model access to real impacts with the security, flexibility, and operational control enterprise need from the day one. So Hanish, from your conversation with the CIO, digital transformation leaders, and government stakeholders, what is the biggest gap that you are trying to close when it comes to enterprise AI?
Great question, Daisy. From where I sit, in conversations with CIOs and digital transformation leaders, I've always come across the questions on, is it truly sovereign and secure? So providing them the assurance on sovereignty and security, ensuring that the software and AI is behaving reliably, and it's something that we can give a predictable service level against. These four components is the assurance that the leaders are seeking to go to a production scale AI implementations. Organizations have done test dev for a couple of years now, and we've seen use cases being moving to production. But this assurance is what they are reliably seeking from Core42 and our partners. Core42 Compass is closing the gap today on the customer expectations.
Okay, I agree. That's why the enterprise AI needs more than the great models. It needs the right foundation to scale security, governance effectively, and deliver the measurable business value. The organization we work with have moved well beyond curiosity about AI. They are no longer asking whether AI is powerful, but they are also asking whether AI can deliver the real outcomes at enterprise scale. From a product perspective, what we see again and again is that the first AI demo is usually the easiest part. The real challenge is starting after that. Can the same workload run reliably every day? Can the organization understand which model is being used, for what purpose, and with what business outcome? This is where the enterprise AI becomes a product and an operating model. So Hanish, from the market side, what are you seeing the shift happen most clearly? What are the real workloads moving from pilots into the production?
Thank you for the question, Daisy. We've seen a remarkable transformation across the industry. So from financial services sector to medical sciences and the government sector. Let me elaborate with a few examples. So for example, in the financial services sector, we are seeing AI being implemented in fields of compliance, in the fields of customer servicing. A lot of tasks which are requiring operational actions from the people are being supplemented with AI. So AI is complementing from document analysis to interpretation of loan applications, accelerating the process that banks used to take time. They are also implementing use cases in customer servicing. So a lot of impact from call center servicing through deployment of AI. So banks are fundamentally turning the needle on both customer servicing and operations through implementing AI. These use cases are now ready to scale across the board. Similarly, shifting to healthcare. In healthcare, we have seen the implementation of AI from both the medical practitioners as well as from the patients themselves. So medical practitioners are using AI to be able to give better medical advice to their patients. They are able to conduct diagnosis with speed, and with support from AI, they are being able to reach more predictable and accurate diagnosis that can be delivered to patient. It also frees up times from the doctor to be able to spend time with the patient. In terms of patients themselves, they have access to AI or patient AI, which allows them to look at, better understand their diagnosis, their condition, and understand the medication or prescription from the doctor. They can ask questions to this AI to be able to, get better advice as such. Now, of course, AI is an assistant in medical science. You of course have to use reliable advice given by the doctors in the first place, but AI is helping accelerate medical care. Thirdly, in this government sector, we see a lot of impact from implementing AI in government services. So we have seen implementations in both internal operations within the government sector, where AI is being used by employees to boost productivity and give better faster turnaround on the policy. This whole bold vision of transforming the government with building, so many agents, it's only going to become a reality as we start implementing faster. And we are seeing this happening on the government sector. So the advent of applications on government servicing, on inquiries, all of that is a great step in that direction.
I see. That is very interesting. While the use cases are actually vary across the whole industries, however, the requirement for all the organizations remain the same about the performance, the visibilities, the scalabilities, and sovereignty, etc.
Correct.
That is exactly what Core42 Compass is built to provide a secure, scalable, and governed foundation that helps enterprise move AI from prototype to production. Let's shift the gear and talk about our ecosystem. Because the partnership between Core42 and Microsoft is one of the most strategically significant in the region's AI landscape. Kareem, I'd love to ask you the questions inside the collaboration. What does it look like and what does it unlock the enterprises?
Thank you, Daisy. It's a powerful synergy. The work that we have done with Core42 is a genuine co-engineering partnership. Microsoft brings forward the power of our global AI platform, the Azure infrastructure, the model researches, the enterprise-grade tooling, as well as years of responsible AI research and practice. What Core42 brings forward is equally valuable. It's sovereign infrastructure, market expertise, and an enterprise-grade platform that is purposely built for this market. Concretely, what this partnership means is that UAE enterprises now have access to the best-of-breed global AI capabilities without compromising on regulatory compliance, data residency, and governance. For the longest time, those organizations had to choose between global capabilities and local sovereignty. Today, this partnership actually dissolves that trade-off. But it also means another valuable item, which is the fact that the responsible AI principles that Microsoft has been building for years, talking about content safety, fairness evaluation, transparency, are all available now for those enterprises that are deploying on Core42 Compass.
I would love to add to what Kareem said, great observations, and I can only echo the partnership has been great. In terms of implementation and accelerating impact on the ground, we are partnering together in how we can power AI capabilities like Copilot, GitHub, and Foundry with sovereign models from Compass. So this engineering partnership allows organizations to innovate faster and bring impact with sovereign AI into the country. So really thank you for the collaboration, and it's a great partnership.
The integration of the trusted AI capability at the infrastructure level is something that I want to underscore from the product's perspective. Through our collaboration with Microsoft, enterprise can access leading AI models, including OpenAI models, in a way that is sovereign, compliant, and aligned with the local regulatory requirements. This is important because many organizations do not only need a powerful model, they also need a trusted access to those models with an environment that they can govern. When we talked about a unified API, it's not only about developer convenience, it's also about governance. It gives enterprise one controlled entry point to manage models, access, usage, cost, security, and compliance. This is where the Microsoft collaboration is so valuable. Global AI capability, including the leading OpenAI models, combined with Core42's sovereign infrastructure and Compass as the enterprise platform layer to make it usable, governed, and production ready. Kareem, is there any thoughts you have on this one?
I mean, you're exactly right. Maybe I would like to add that this collaboration is also forward-looking. The models, the underlying platform, the tools, it will continue to evolve. Our commitment is to ensure that as the frontier advances, those enterprises deploying on Core42 Compass will advance with it. They will have access to a living platform that is continuously being evolved and developed and backed up by two organizations that are heavily invested in its success. There's also a signal value here that has a significant matter on the broader ecosystem. When Microsoft and Core42 kind of collaborates deeply in this fashion, it sends out a message to global enterprises around the UAE market that our infrastructure is strict, that our governance frameworks are robust, and that our local tenant is world-class. This by itself, as a confidence, it helps accelerate AI adoption for the region.
As we look forward, I want to also bring back to the G42 Intelligence Grid, the vision of making AI as embedded in the society as power, connectivity, and cloud computing, while Core42 Compass as the inferencing layer of the AI platform. The vision becomes operational for enterprise. Secure model access, governed usage, and clear paths for experimentation to production. For smart nations and future cities to finance services, healthcare, and enterprise AI agents globally, the foundation is now in place for organizations to build and scale AI responsibly. So Hanish, to close this part, for business leaders who are still deciding when and how to move AI from pilots to production, what would be your message to them?
No, thank you, Daisy. My message is very simple. The window of opportunity to act now is closing. This is a great time for leaders to accelerate the shift from test dev to production, to scale AI in a responsible way, and to implement use cases, diverse use cases across their departments and functions to realize the impact that AI could have on various functions, from marketing to customer service to thinking functions on product development, etc. So my message is take advantage from the infrastructure investments that are in play, the kind of services and product portfolio that has been created, and the use cases that are available for them to accelerate their own strategy. So don't wait to build the future. The time is now.
Mm-hmm. So Kareem, I'd like to know, since the tools and the models are continuous to evolve for the very fast, what is the message you would like to bring to the enterprise for the next few years?
I think our message to those enterprises is to reassure them that our joint collaboration with Core42 is to ensure that we are bringing for them the latest and greatest technology in a sovereign fashion. What we would like from them is to be the early AI adopters and to ensure that they are adopting it, as we mentioned before, securely and at scale, and be prepared with the right use cases that will drive their business objectives, because that is when the proper value realization happens.
Mm-hmm. And then for the global enterprises looking at the UAE market, what kind of signal do you feel Core42 and Microsoft collaboration is actually bringing and sending?
Look, it's no secret that the UAE is the global frontrunner in AI adoption. We are seeing it every day in our lives here. It's now a mainstream. We see it in government services, like TEM, for example. We see it in autonomous vehicles that we see on the road. We are seeing it in healthcare. Today, UAE is leading the AI race across the world. What our partnership brings to the table is the promise that we are serving the latest and greatest AI capabilities in a sovereign fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So the message to the global enterprises is that we have the right infrastructure for you. It's trusted. It gives you the right regulatory compliance. It is secure and it is trusted. And first and foremost, it runs on the responsible AI principles.
Thank you, Kareem. So Hanish, I also want to know, from your conversation with the customers, what usually gives them the confidence to move the AI use cases from the sandbox, experiments, or POC into the productions in real world?
Great question. So customers are looking at 4 factors when they are moving workloads from test dev environments into production. First is on security and sovereignty. So it's a given. They are looking at how the data that they are giving to the model is being processed, that the data is securely processed within the country boundaries, that they are also having access to the latest models within the country. So they are looking at that assurance. They want us to be able to do it over time in a predictable fashion, in a sovereign and secure way. The second factor they're looking at is predictability, reliability of the service. And they are looking at how often their production workloads are able to handle customers at scale. And this requires the service to be consistently delivering all the time. The fourth factor they're looking for is support levels. So when things go wrong, as they sometimes do, we are able to support the customers through proactive and reactive support measures. We are able to attend a phone call, escalate the solution, find the right solution, and be there with the customer at the time of need. So those are four things that customers are looking for from Core42 as we provide this transition from test dev into production.
That's cool. I also want to add some notes onto that. From the product perspective, Compass API is being designed not storing any of the customer data for training or fine-tuning, so customers can actually feel confident to use these APIs for their AI use cases. And what's more, in terms of the performance and reliability, thanks to the very robust robust infrastructure and collaboration with the Microsoft, we are able to provide the models performance, the SLA uptime, more than 99.5%, and also it's processing billions of tokens every week and by months, and customer can actually scale their productions AI use cases. And lastly, we are also providing 24 hours, 7 days customer support for the customer services. What is the one misconception that business leaders still have when they think about deploying the AI at the enterprise scale?
I would say a few misconceptions or lessons we are collectively learning as an AI ecosystem. The first is on ensuring that we have reliable infrastructure supporting them in their AI ambition. So customers are still wanting to have the flexibility to, same as test dev environments, experiment, but deploying a production grade system requires sustained infrastructure capacity behind that. So this being ready to invest a little in building production grade capacity is very important and fundamental. Second is having a proper risk-based analysis of implementing AI. So AI models are improving all the time. So now we see more and better models are coming for various tasks. And therefore, we need to have a continuous evaluation of which model is doing the task better. How are we going to migrate from an older model to a newer model? And especially in the world of agents, to be able to allow the AI system to learn by itself. So unlike any innovation that we used to do in the past, where an application once implemented is static and there for a few years, this is a very dynamic environment. So business leaders have to be ready to adopt a risk-based mindset in AI adoption, which will allow them to accelerate AI at scale. Lastly, I think is the gap between the closed source and the open source models. So we see that the closed source and the open source models are coming closer together in performance. And we do see some of the customers still asking us for closed source only models. I do believe there is a room for doing both closed source and open source models. And that will allow customers the flexibility to choose the latest and the greatest in the country quicker, much quicker than what they would be if they were to stick to one model provider or one kind of closed source ecosystem. So having an openness to adopt both and deploy at scale is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. From the business angle, for any of the AI transformation, it's not just the technology part, but also the institutional, from the AI mindset to the organization, how it works, and all the employees' capabilities and their fluence into using the AI, and also to measure the business outcomes using the AI. You really have to measure that so that you can manage how AI adoption is actually going. And then another thing is closed source models and open source models. Yeah, definitely we are going to see even more powerful models and if the customers can actually utilize both of the different type of models dynamically, that will actually help them to address their actual use cases more efficiently. So thank you, Kareem, and thank you, Hanish. I think the message is very clear. Today, the enterprise AI is moving from pilots into real production, and the organization needs the right foundation to do that securely, responsibly, and at scale. This is what the Compass is being built for. And for everyone who joined the sessions today, you can start the POC and explore the use cases and brochures and technical documentations at core42.ai. Thank you for joining us.